refugees, Las Extremas, January 2021, and what else? So, what's happened today in Sweden and what's happened today in our hostel? Today we started with a sad day. Today we started with a really sad day and full of sad emotion. Why I'm gonna to say to you these things, this beginning? Because in this day, okay, we are editing, okay, as I said to you yesterday. We are editing the video for the news, okay, about our interview about our group of refugees, and the thing is that at the beginning was everything was super funny, okay, so without things about different problems, so simply discover how was to coming back to get a little more normal life or things like this, okay. But after more than 2 months, I think that we have started, it's like that we forgot it. Our what are really doing? Okay, this is what's happened, and so give me a second. And so in this day, okay. And so in this day, the things was that okay. So in this day, the things was that. This day I started editing a new kind of video, because usually when I talk it with the guest, I try to talk it in an open way, okay, so without enter too much in the question about how they feel it here, or yes, how they feel it there, but in a way, in a friendly way, okay, so without talk too much about the restriction or really deep emotional things and the political idea. Okay, so the things that simply started pretty normally. Give me a second. And so yeah, it was pretty normally, but especially today. Okay, so the things is that the video that you have to prepare for the news is like. We have like 7 of us that are speaking in a deep way about their emotion, and they think about the mental problem, okay, during the different lockdown. And I start to discover how horrible is this period, okay, how horrible it's for every one of us, because usually, do you know, you think only about how horrible it could be for you, okay, or for yourself. But it's difficult to get an idea about how difficult could be for the all one of your generation. And this is what's happened now. So I was really sad, because we interviewed one of French, okay, and start to tell that the same things that happened in Italy. So that the government start to get more power, and the French government are start to using this kind of new power, okay, to get more control. And it's really the same things that happen now in Italy. And so it's strange, because when someone spoke to you about his state, you discover that happen the same strange things that happen in your state. Is like what the fuck is happening, like worldwide, okay. But usually, when you watch the scene in the video, you really start to understand that these things happen in the present, okay. And this was about the French. Then we interview our guest is coming from Jerusalem, okay. And then in Jerusalem is the same things, okay. And but there is not only a question about the political issues, but even is a question about the human perception of what's happened, and how difficult it is simply to survive when you are totally lonely, okay. And so this was one big problem, because you figure out that these things happen in the reality. And after this, And so in Jerusalem, this is happen the same things. Even that if they are far away for us, and if maybe we don't know it, a lot of one that's coming from this place, and how difficult it is for us, for the young part of the people, resist during this period. How we really needed to simply to not be alone, simply to stay with the others. And these things is actually is fucking real. And usually, do you think by yourself, and even I think by myself. So sometimes do you think that everyone got the same reaction, okay, for these kind of things? But in reality, no. There is someone that's suffer really more than how can we think about. Okay, and wait there. And this was so. For example, simple things like to go to the gym or get the possibility to meet other people. And the question was like that. We need to be. We need to live in a society, and even it was something that I started to say. Okay, so we are a human being. Sean, hey, I miss you, bro. Yo, Shota, I miss you too, Shota. But I know that we will see you this weekend, okay, for the Shota show, and I will fix it, okay. I'm only totally busy actually for the editing of the other video. That will be super, and the video then you open the video, okay, because this is the Shen when are you working with Flavio like refugees, under the snow. But thing by things we will do it. How was your day, Shota? Have you worked a lot of? Are you far away? The hostel miss you. The hostel miss your vibe. Anyway, and Shota, yesterday was returned our DJ friend from Polonia. And so maybe we can even do a beat to beat, okay, when you will return, because we have bro, Shota, we can do a beat to beat because we got 2 console, okay. We don't know how to connect it one, but even we are starting to think how to connect it 2. And that's it. But now Showtime was super sad because I start to watch the old video, okay, about the new interview, and everyone got the same fucking problem emotionally. Oh yeah, it's man, dude. Yeah, we can play together, dude. Yeah. I don't know how to do it. But I think that it's the same things. We have only to. Because for connect the console, we need the cable, the MIDI cable. And I think that the MIDI cable, we get it. Then other things was only the problem about the audio interface, but it's like that there arrive only two different signal. And I have another audio interface. I don't know why, but we will find we made one console there and one console there. Will be super. It's perfect. And probably this setup is do it better for the beat to beat than for the interview. Anyway, our second DJ is returning here in Sweden, so we will really start to do something of big guests, and even some new guests are starting to arrive here. So the hostel is start to be big again. Hey man, with me is my friend from Dominican Republic, and his name is Luis Manuel. He want to say hello to him. Luis Manuel. Where is Luis Manuel? Hey man, with me is my friend from the... with you? Your friend. Who worked with you? Your friend. Luis Manuel. Hi, Luis Manuel. Welcome to our fucking strange streaming platform inside the faraway Sweden. The cold land, as you perfectly know it. And if you are from in Dominica Republic... I don't know if in Dominica Republic someone of you say concha tu madre, but here the Argentina love to say. Anyway, say when Chota didn't do his job very well, say to Chota that is like a quilombo. Okay, Chota will be appreciated. And so that's it. But for the beat to be, we will fix it. Chota will be here again. And the sad things, okay, because today was really a sad day. After to watch again what's happened in the mind of the people during the first lockdown, and so after asked to the French one that say that there is the same political problem in France, and to the Jerusalem, that there is even the same problem in Jerusalem, and there is, if you are strong, for example, I feel myself really strong, okay, in this condition, but there is someone that are really, yeah, thank you, bro, thank you. But there is someone that's people watching. I don't have even put the other camera outside. So maybe for February, okay, the mission for February, console, chippy chippa. No, there is out of the window there is a lot of chippy chippa, bro. When you are not here, there is chippy chippa that crossing the window, okay? And I have to put some fucking hashtag out of the window. I didn't too much things to do. The hashtag, the poster, the flyer, the console, and what else? Thanks, man. And so that's it. After the Jerusalem, that the guy got the same emotional problem. We talk with there is the interview of the part of the interview of Jonathan. Okay, that Jonathan speak with his spirit. Okay, so like in a deep way about that we have to rise our human being. Okay, and there is a good things that Jonathan say in the interview, but you will be able to watch it. Is that when the journalist asked the question. If you are not scared about who coming from a dangerous country, okay, the answer is like that. What is dangerous country? Okay, what is dangerous people? No, we are only living in the same. We are walking the same street. So why? And this is an interesting concept because now with this giant pandemic things, we have started not again, but like in a new way, to get a dangerous land, okay, dangerous country, not dangerous country. So there is not only the question about the economic question that was what divide us, okay, before this pandemic situation. Now there is even not the poor region, but the dangerous. So if someone coming from a state that is crossed, that is called like dangerous, the people of this country will be like dangerous. So it's really, we have really to create a new kind of way to connect us, because if not we will be totally fucked. And day by day I start to figure out more about these things. And this is what say Jonathan, for example. And Jonathan is from Sweden, okay, so he's one that didn't get the lockdown on himself. And so Jonathan was okay because Jonathan didn't try the restriction. And then after that we have the interview of Joanna, okay, the girl from Germany. And he really started to talk about it more in a deep way, okay, even because she's a woman, so she feels strongest emotion in spite of the man, and this is true. And she talked about that the same things, that the biggest problem was to be lonely, okay, was to let the young people alone without the possibility to socialize. And these things really start to destroy the life of each one of us, and it's happened in all different countries. And this kind of emotion changed only in a moment when someone arrives here in Sweden or in the hostel and can start again to create a contact with the people. And after these things of so the same things in Germany, okay. And then after this we talk about even a little bit of Italy, okay, but we know it, okay. So in Italy it's the same. I have a lot of friends that are totally scared about everything. And the thing is that what we are, the risk is that we are going to lose our humanity. You know, we are human, so we are social animal, and I think that's really the sense of the life is only that we create the sense of our life when we interact with other human being. If we will not able to interact with other human being, with other human, it's like that we lost totally the sense of our life, and this is another problem. And then we talk with start to forget it. And then there is some other interview. Let me drink the coffee. After we talk with Malin, okay, that Malin was a girl from Sweden, and even so she didn't get the lockdown. And after Malin know perfectly our story, and after discover what's happened, okay, here for example in the hostel. How is process of video? Are you done or you still work on? I still work on, bro. Today I get up like around, I wake up at 7. I start to work at 8. I stop it only to cook a pasta, okay? then I do an hour of streaming, and then I coming back to do the editing, because even, do you know what? There is not to be a video like a normal journalist video, okay, only with interview. I want to put the same things that we get here, so I have to be a mix between a game visual, okay, and an interview, in the way maybe to create a mix between the identity of gamification, okay, so the game, the identity of the game, and the visual and the light, and that the life is like a game, okay. So if you want to give the idea that the life is like a game, it's really easy. You have only to put the sound and the visual as in the game. Then when you put the different things like this, okay, with the name, and for example with the flag of the different city, then this is the same things that happen in the football game, okay, like in FIFA or Pro Evolution Soccer. You try to understand that there is different teams that are coming from different parts of the world, and this gives you the possibility to create a map, okay, inside your mind, where to figure out where the people are coming from. So it's like the world game to achieve the freedom. And the things was that after that, and after the things about the human that we spoke about, the radio and the Malin, that is this. Malin was the girl that's coming here 1.5 months ago, I think, so 2 months ago, to shooting some photo about the hostel. And she will be probably a part of this article that will be out on Friday. And she say that she start to understand what's happened, and even she said that you can really feel it, that this kind of people, so we, okay, are only here to not be like to not be alone, so to don't become crazy. And the finish of the video for me was like an emotional destroyed, totally emotional destroyed, because we have Iman, okay, at the finish of the video. And so the visual of Imam is like the visual of someone that working here for a lot of time, and he totally saw the different type of guest, okay, before of this worldwide lockdown. Usually the guest of the hostel was backpackers, okay, that spend here like 1 day, 2 days, and that's it, and they continue the travel. So usually the guests in the hostel coming from the 2 days, visit the city, visit the tourist things, and after that they go out. But in this situation, we are really like in a new way to live inside the hostel, because the difference is that now the guests don't want to visit the city. And I am sure that have you figured out about these things? The guests don't want to visit the city, don't want to act as a tourist. When they are in the hostel, the people in the hostel want only to socialize, want only to talk. It's like that if the most important people is for us, okay, that choose to escape, is only talk with someone, because we don't want to be alone, as what's happened during the first restriction time. And this is in the same time so powerful, but so sad. It's so sad really, because we are really not a lot of here if you think about how many of us are locked, okay? It's like to feel as a free dog in a way where everyone are locked. And so this is what's happened. The finish of the video is like Imam that talk about the story that some guests say that someone started. Imam asked to some guests like, but when you will return at home, okay? And the answer is like that there is no home. There is no home. Because in the home of every one of us, everything is closed. And if everything is closed and you cannot meet it with your friend and get your life, it's like that really there is no home. The only home that now we can get is here. And these things personally destroyed me totally. Because when you start to put together the whole part of the giant puzzle, it's like that there is no one generation, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generation of young people that in this period are locked without the possibility to get a social contact, so without the possibility to living their life in a totally depressed mood. And the only way to get against the freedom is escape here in Sweden. And the moment then you escape in Sweden, you start again to get a contact with the people. And the only things that the people when coming here want is simply to talk, okay? To talk and to exist for someone else, to exist. What the fuck is a things about existence, okay? The people want to exist, and after that, you start to get less or more a normal life like us. But when you think about your home doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't exist. Because when you usually return in your home, your original country, you go to meet your parents, then you go to meet your friends, then you go in the same place where you went when you was younger, okay? And this is what create the concept about your home. It's not only your house, is what have you done and how was your growth period, okay? Close to your home. And now these things is not possible. And will be not possible for a long time. And so we are really without home. And this is horrible. This is horrible. In one way it's horrible because we can only now the only things that we can do is escape, for sure. Because even we are not able even to fight, okay? Because to fight you have to get energy and be a group, okay? You cannot fight alone against these things. You can fight alone against you, but against these things is impossible. And if we still be divided, we will not win. Never. And so the things that the first things, like every challenge, you have to create a team. The thing is that now the team will be totally different in spite of the normal team. And then for sure the land where to create the team will be Sweden. There is the only one. And believe me, I was super sad this morning. Super fucking sad. But as was happened even some other time, when you are too sad but you live in a community, there is someone else that are happy than you and then can bring you again in a happy mood, if we want to call it like this. And this is what's happened. And for this is the problem when you are alone, okay? That you don't have no one that can bring you again to the real life. I don't know how we can. I don't know. The things that we have not accepted these things, okay? Because someone of us has accepted, but already someone thinks that these things will be finished the next month, the next week, in 2 months. But even I think that there is a lot of people that they know that these things will continue for another year. And how can you accept these things? How can you really seriously accept to spend another year alone, close it and lock it in your home without the possibility to get a social living? It's like if in this first year someone have totally take out our sense of how can we call it, our instinct to survive. Because this is a question about survive. It's not a question about rebel. It's not a question about be against something. It's really a question about survive. And it's like that we are out our possibility. We are totally. We have stopped to not to fight for our right, because it's not to fight. It's really to find a way to be happy. It's like that we have started to accept that we cannot be happy. We cannot be happy, or even we can. Even now we have to try to be happy in less things, in spite of before, in spite of one years ago. But how? Impossible. And so this was the start of this morning. The start of this morning was a little bit sad, but after that we take again our energy from our community, because there is even someone that want to smile and talk to you about something of good, okay? And this is the balance. And so wasn't too bad as a day. Come on, starting sad, but even when the day starting sad, start to think about again. I don't know if you have ever seen the movie Inside Out. Inside Out is a super movie. It was I think that is a movie from the Pixar. And they talk about the emotion of the people in the movie. They divide the 4 or 5 first emotion in 5 different way. And the thing is that each one got like a different personality. And so it's like, and there is one personality. There is like the sadness. That at the beginning you think that there is totally unuseful, but during the half of the movie, sadness start to become super useful and like to save the asset to everyone. And then you discover that even the sadness is an emotion that we needed, because it's something that's maybe we find the sadness when we are in at the deep of our life, you know, when you think that there is no other possibility, and when you start to be totally sadness, maybe it is exactly in the sadness that you find that you could find. No, for sure, it's in the sadness that you can find your way to grow up again. Without this kind of input, it's like an input, and like an input is a negative input, because we think that sometimes we connect the sadness with the negative energy, and so could be like that the sadness is the negative input that give us the input, okay, to grow up again. So we need sometimes to be sad. We need, because and this is the negative energy that create the way, okay, the highway, the high electric way, to go again to the positive energy. So is that maybe, and even maybe the things about the research of the happiness talk only about, not talking about, but for example, if we try to figure out, think about these things, the whole story that talk about the research of the happiness, okay, are full of sad stories, and only at the end there is the good things, okay, that create that created the good result. And so for the all things that are before is only sad. And so maybe now we are in the sad year, okay, we was in the sad year. 2020 for sure was a sad year. This one look like another sad year, because I cannot see any hope, okay. There is someone that want to show us something that have to be the hope, but I really don't not believe that this hope that someone call it like the solution is the solution. The things is the same. We have to create the solution, but to create the solution we have to find the solution, and to find the solution we have to accept our sadness condition, and there find the way to rise again, to rise like a sun, like a circle, you know. When you are in the deep side of the circle, it's like your low emotion, okay, so your negative energy. Then you have to grow up until the end, until the top. And so this is other things. But the video will be like full of effect if I will be able to do it, because I have really like 2 days to finish it. And so for this is the reason, because for why in this day we don't have a lot of guests here, because I'm totally focused of these super important things, and even spoke a lot of with the others, and take out of them their story is really something that you need a lot of energy. You know, when there is some moment in your life when you want only to isolate yourself, okay, and then you know that if you try to create more network, you will be not able, because there is not the correct moment. Or maybe it's a question about the moon. I don't know how was the moon now. So this could be a good question. Now we got the rising moon or not. Which is the condition of the moon now? Because even I will really want to read a lot of book about astrology and things like this, but there is not the correct moment. Fuck. So let's see how was the moon. Imagine that for see how is the moon now. I have to check it on the Google. What the fuck? Okay. And even in Sweden there is more moon time than sun time for sure. Let's check. If the moon are rising or decreasing. Yes, I don't know if the moon is decreasing. Could be the explanation for how I'm feeling sad. Let's check if someone say to me how is the moon now. Ah no. Oh no. Oh, it's the opposite. We are ready to have the full moon. Yes. Okay. So the full moon will be in the 28th of January. So we are in the growing moon. Okay. Okay. I didn't know it, and so I not explain why I'm so sad. Maybe there is not a reason about the moon. There's only the things about the conus or get a correct idea about what a fucking situation I'm and you are actually. Okay. Let me check. I want only to finish to editing this video, seriously. I can think only about like this. So this day will be only a daily streaming because the main thing is the video. There is the crescent moon. Yes, 28th of February. Okay, so on 28th of February, it means that what we can do 28th of February? Maybe a super giant party, maybe there is we will have for sure some new birthday. Then yesterday we got other birthday because in this the other things that was happening this day was that we get 2 more volunteer, okay? Two girls coming from German, I think. And yesterday was the birthday of one of these, and then one of these was, and so we got a new Capricorn. And that's it, bro. I'm a little bit down today. I have to be honestly. Too much. I start the day sad, but now I'm not totally sad. But it's like that. A lot of things to fix. A lot of things to fix. Bro. Other magic things, nothing. Yesterday we talked with Moselago about about how to change our DNA only with the control of ourselves, okay? Like with meditation, things like this. And yesterday night I tried to think about which is that create some method like this one. And the first one for sure that I think it was two was one was but you know it was for sure I forgot it. Too much things. One was Corrado Malanga, okay, that used the visualization method, okay. So use color and visualization method. So we use geometry, colors, and visualization method. So a way to visualize colors and geometry in the way to give more control on the reality. And the other one was Jodorowsky. But the difference between these two is that the Jodorowsky with the psychomagia, so psychomagic, create for each one a different method, okay? So each person got a different way to resolve his problem. And it was like psycho and even healthcare problem. In spite of Corrado Malanga that use it color, geometry, and physics, okay, but mainly was color, geometry, and visualization. So I started to think about these two concepts, okay. So what can we take from these two super big guru of the western part of the world? And the thing is that okay, we have to visualize for sure, but then even I start to think if could be useful the method of the paint and the circle. Yes, no, or if could be useful use some specific wave, but was something of more complex, because do you know when you want to find something of genius, okay, have to be simpler, and this is the problem. Sometimes when we try to find something of new, we create too much rules, too much things. In the reality, the things are really simple. So we have only to find a way to find the most simple things, absolutely. And so the most simple things are absolutely, and these things don't have to be like spoken, okay, because we know that the languages we talk about is too complex, even it's too complex. Even now with the sound, because each one got different sound, then you have to create a lot of different sound with a lot of program or instrument, and even is another difficult things to do it. The meditation can help it, and for sure the most easy things is the visualization that Malanga and a lot of other one use it. But one things that Jodorowsky use it is not only the visualization, but use some real object, okay, so like in the reality, and connect this real object with an abstract idea, okay, that you got it. So you create a connection between something that there is in the reality and something that there is in your mind. And these are things that Malanga didn't do it. So I think that could be even more easy, okay, because in this way you will be less abstract, okay. You will really connect. So the thing is that maybe a method could be like this is the things to paint, okay, to paint. Because paint is easy, it's not difficult to paint. To paint for sure, but not to paint some things, okay? Like to paint something, like for example Dorian Gray, okay? Is things like that, okay? So create an artifact and give this artifact your purpose. So if we paint, but for example, and even if you think about Naruto, okay, the sign that Naruto painted to call their spirit outside from their body, or a lot of story. For example, Naruto used the blood, but I don't think that we don't need to use the blood. It's too much. We don't need it. It's too, even you are going to create a little problem. No, it's only a way to believe really in you, I think so. So will be for sure paint. Maybe with the hand, even we don't need the brushes. Or special brushes. But for do the special brushes, have to someone could be difficult. Okay, so maybe in the future, maybe it's like could be for sure a really super magic object to get it. The special brushes, like the brush with the crystal inside like this. But the most easy things will be for sure like paint something only with the finger. Let's have to get the geometry. You will choose the color, because you have to choose the color. You have to choose the geometry, and paint it in a place that for you have to be like super important. Okay, but the idea about important is not really a serious idea. It's like to be have to get a sense. Okay. Maybe have to be painted on you, because we are want to act on us, so we have to paint something on us, okay, on our body. These things got sense, so paint something on our body, and not with the blood because it's too extreme. And these things I start to think about Marina Abramovic, but I don't like it. Marina Abramovic like scrubs their body to create. We don't need this extreme example, but paint on our body for sure. And even there is what to do the Tibetan with the tattoo, okay, but we don't need the tattoo. We don't need the tattoo because we are half digital, okay. So we have to paint some things on our body that have to get a color that we choose, geometry, and have to be connected to a visualization that we got it in our mind. These things got sense. The problem of paint something on our body is that we will not see it every day. So every day, yes, depends where you paint it, okay? Because each part of our body got a specific sense. So, for example, and even the problem is that when you are going to paint in one time, the day after you will wash it, this part of your body, and the painted will disappear. So a solution could be do it daily, but do something daily, something that's sometimes when you want to do something of new, in this strange, maybe you started from the first day, then you stop it. So have to be easy. I think even the shadow, okay, because the shadow is like a geometry. Maybe we have to paint our shadow, but it looks like it doesn't important what looks for the other. It's important what looks for you, okay? Because if you paint your shadow, it's like that you paint a part of you. Maybe it could be, but no, we have to go more deeper. Because the DNA don't need the shadow. The shadow is a creation of the DNA, and even we don't have to find a lot of article about these things. We have to find the solution inside us, okay? Because we inside our body we got the whole answer for our question. So it's like sometimes happen. The answer is exactly in front of our nose, okay? There is only that we are searching too far away, but sometimes we have really the answer in front of us. For example, in front of us, in front of you, for example, now there is a screen, okay? There is a screen. So if we find a way to use the screen, we will be immediately universe, and this could be a super way, okay, to create a mix between the alchemy, the magic, and the contemporary technology. So use a screen. This could be a super idea. Use the screen as a Wicca, okay? Use the screen as a magic Wicca. So we have to paint something on the screen. These things got sense. But if we paint something on the screen, we will be not able to see what's happening in the screen. And if we use a program, will be too much digital, okay? The moment that you don't have the mobile, it's like that your magic don't cross. Maybe a connection between the other one could be useful, okay? But not. This is the moment, you know which moment is this one. This is the moment when you have to forget what have you learned during your life. You have to create something of really basic, powerful and basic. And so, I start to think as a child, okay? This is the solution. Even Picasso say that the child got the solution, and a lot of other famous artists say that we have to learn from the child, because the child don't have a lot of other information that coming from the society, so the child got the answer. So what like to do the child? The child like to paint with the hand, and this is for sure. So it could be the sign of the hand as the logo that I choose. And this is really easy. You can choose the color, and this is exactly what do the child. The child choose the color and paint usually the wall or what they have, and the other friends, okay, with the color hand. But for sure, okay, we got the geometry. Okay, we are geometry, and the hand is only a fractal of our body. Okay, so I really want to say that the shape of the hand is the correct shape. So shape of the hand, color, and on a t-shirt, no, it's not enough, and even it looks like something of too basic. Have to be digital. Have to be digital and alchemy in the same time. and even in your mind. So it's like that you have to find your color, your visualization, and the way to use it and to fix these things inside your soul, okay? But in an easy way, in a way that you are, for you, is when you discover, it's like, but I got it, the idea from the beginning, okay, but I simply forget it. But you got it from the beginning. Do you know what? A really beginning things before of the color is the shape. When, for example, you put your hand in the cement, and when you take out, there is the sagoma. How do you call it? The signa. The shape. The relief silhouette, okay, of your hand in something. But the relief silhouette in something is like the Hollywood street, but is because it's complex. You have to buy the things, you cannot bring it. But if you got this, could be great. The relief, okay, full fit of water. Full fit of water. This got sense because the water is like a way to spread the energy, and so if the water spread the energy and take his shape from the sides, from the shape of your hand in the relief, this got sense. This got sense. It's like a little lake, okay, with the shape of your hand. And what do you have to do? To put the water, but even there is the problem, okay, because the water will be, put the water and the crystal. I really love the crystal. Maybe a crystal in the shape of your, in a relief with the shape of your hand. The crystal will be got the correct wave. The shape of your hand is part of your geometry, and that's it. Let me connect one thing. Let me think about. So, this could be an idea. Use the water. This is the time to write some note with the water and the shape of your hand in water. In something of freezing the cement, then we have to find the correct material, the best material for do these things. Not like a resin, okay? I know this is easy, okay, on the resin, but this is not. But even something that's after when you got it, these things, okay, these things work it, okay, it's something of pretty new, but even things that we needed to bring with us or to do it daily, okay, followed by the moon, but this is too much things. We have to be more easy. But it's what's happened. For example, this is correct because when you are a child, you want to put your hand like in the. Like when you are a child and you jump on the paddle, okay, on the puddle, yes, and you create your shape in the. So you jump in the puddle, okay, or create your shape in the. Or create your shape in the mud, okay. It's something that is really, it's really good to do, okay. You really feel a lot of emotion when you put your hand in the, when you're a child and put your hand in the mud, okay, because it's take your shape, and even if there is water and you can see the water, feel your shape. It's hard, but the people think that the heart is like dirty, so they will get some difficult things to do it, and so let me only write this something. But the thing is correct because your DNA is created the geometry of your body. Then the geometry of your body is like fractal. Then your hand is a fractal of your body, and so the shape of your hand is coming from the shape of your DNA. So if you recreate the shape of your hand and then you fill this shape with water, okay, the water inside this shape, how to call it, this because this got the name, is like the water inside this cast, okay, will get the same shape and the same geometry of your body. In this way you can get the geometry of your body in the water. Then, for example, in the church, you enter and you put the water on your head, and this is the way to cross to let it cross the wave of the water inside your body, okay, from your skins. So it's like create your sant water. This got sense. This got sense. Because this got fucking sense, bro. This got super sense. Create your holy water. This because you are God. You know, you create the reality. So if you want to believe in yourself more, okay, and if you want to take some tips from the old religion, you have only to create our only water. Oh, the fuck. Only water. And so every morning when you get up, you have to put your water, put your hand, the whole hand, yes, because it's got your shape, in the shape with water, in your holy water, and then wash with your face, simply. And do you think that maybe we can use like a sacred geometry? A sacred geometry, but there is a lot of sacred geometry, okay? The Christian use the X, and this is an X, okay? We prefer the circle. We prefer absolutely the circle or the spiral. And so maybe you can do like a spiral. Why not? A spiral. I'm honestly, these things got totally sense. That in the Reiki languages, the spiral got the name of chokurei. Only for info, chokurei is like a kind of spiral. And in the Reiki, the master Reiki or the Reiki therapists use the chokurei key and other sign to put more power inside his hand or inside the body of the who are doing the treatment. So the sign of spiral. With your holy water. Your holy water. Hand recipient, correct? Yeah. Like your holy water in your hand-shaped vessel. I have to call this channel how to create a new religion, you know it. Shaped vessel. Okay. These things got sense. Because in this way you will be celebrated every day that you are your God. I think that best than these things I'm not able to think nothing. And the crystal, that is, I really love the crystal, but I don't want to that everyone need a crystal, okay, to do something, because I don't know if there is enough crystal, or even to take the crystal out from the ground. There is a lot of problem, and the human and slave, they got to grave inside it is only for the specialist, okay. The things about the mineral therapy, the crystal therapy, I think that even the part of that there is in the crystal, there is even inside our body, so maybe we don't need it. We need only water for sure. Water, okay, we got it. Geometry, with the geometry, we got the shape of our hand. The ritual, we got the ritual, okay, is the sign of spiral. And we are our god. And I think that this thing is really geniusly. It's really geniusly. Think of the spiral. Our water. If you try to think about these things, these things got sense, because when you are a child, the only sign that you create is the sign of your hand, the shape of your hand. If there is earth and water, like a paddle, you really love it to put your hand in the paddle, because you will let the sign of your hand, and because there is the water, then for sure you are gonna to touch your body, okay, because you are a child and you don't give a fuck about to be clean or not. And another things that usually doing is simply paint a spiral. So it's hand, spiral, and water. And the concept that you have to get is that you are your god. So now there is only a last question. So the material, okay, for the material for the vessel, okay, the material for the vessel. This is the problem, because I don't want to use the resin. Material of the vessel. And I know that we cannot show. We cannot use the hat and the pad, because a lot of people will think that it will be dirty. The best things for sure will be get like your personal. Like the best things will be for sure get your personal sink, okay, when you can wash your hands with your shape, and with could be amazing in marble, okay, but we talk about really expensive things. So maybe it have to be something that you can put it directly on your sink, okay. Like for example, this is something that you take it a shape, okay, you take this shape with the resin is really easy. You take the shape of your sink, okay, then you sink. You take the shape of your sink, then you put your hand, okay, and then every morning, sometimes you are running, but you have to take the time for you, because we have to talk about yesterday about the time. So we have to find how to use well the time, okay, but a little bit of time you have to take for you. Something of easy, okay. So you are your god, you think about your prey, okay, and that's it. You can do it as you want it. You got your daily ritual, it's really faster, it's do with the water, so it's not expensive. You got the shape of your hand, so you will like it. You will do it by yourself, the shape of your hand, so you will really love it. And it's personal, so it's personal. You got the geometry, because the geometry is inside the geometry of the hand. And it's really easy to do it. The sign of the spiral, you can do it really in 1 second. There is nothing of. And when you have to do it, when you get up, think about what do the church. The church do these things only when you enter in the house of God, okay? But the house of God is our body, and if we want to talk about that, probably during the night we go out of we can travel outside of our body. The thing is that maybe we can because I don't want to talk about the concept about the house. These things have to be removable. Okay, you have to get the possibility to bring it everywhere, like the carpet for the Muslim. Okay, they bring with them their carpet, and they simply pray. Or the yoga carpet for who do yoga, for the yogi. Okay, they bring the yoga carpet, and the yogi do the yoga wherever they want it. This have to be like a new, faster way. And so seriously, with the rubber or with the vinylic rubber will be super easy because you can simply bring it with you. And why not? But the thing is that lose this idea of ancient, you know it. But even if you want to take, but have to take the shape of your hand, have to be easy. The only thing is the raising. If the raising could be easy, the resin, there's no other things. Because all other things is perfectly. If we want to be a super things, we can use it like the principle, the idea about the organ energy is like resin and a lot of other things. So let me check. I forgot the material that are inside the organ. Because at least it looks like a little bit more interesting, okay? Organ resin. It's really easy to do it. You'll need only a Acidic resin. Things that I'm fucking full in Italy of resin. And how to? But this is a little bit complex. It works, it's okay, because it's really like a really amplifier for the vibe. But it's complex. But it will work it for sure. But even will be like a biggest things, okay, because we'll get like the shape of your hand and. Could be that sometimes there is something that you have to get with you, because even you don't know where you are you going to sleep in every night. Okay, this is a concept that you have to sleep in the same place every night. This got no sense. The hour is we have did our hour today, but before we have to find which is the correct material to create this kind of shape of your hand. It have to be like. A spoon is something that is have to be something that you can roll it, okay, and bring it with you. This got sense. Something that you can roll it and bring it with you. For example, we bring with us every day this fucking mobile, okay, and we have to find a way to bring with us this hand shape. Could be great. I don't know the material. I'm only thinking about resin. The rubber resin. So it could be like things like this, like sausages, okay? That you roll it. So when you get up, you roll it out. Then you fill it under the water. It look like something for do the cookies, you know. It look not magic. Maybe there is not important, but it's not look like magic. And so, fuck it, I don't know it. Which material can we use it? Because we have to get the possibility to bring these things with us. Or to create every time in a different place. The things about the water is important. It's very important. And the geometry even is important. So, I don't know. We will find it maybe tomorrow. Okay? For today, what have you discovered today? That the ritual that can help us to change our inner body is something that's got the geometry of us. So use the shape of our hand. Then the water water is perfect to transmit the wave and the energy. Do the same things that do the religion, so but in this case you will be your god. And use the signal of the spiral, that is the easiest one, and even is a signal of expandation. How to say it? Expand it. Is a signal of increasing, okay? And but the things that we don't know it is which material use it. Which material? I don't know it. I don't know it, which material use it. Could be like. The answer probably is the same. Have to be easy. The paper. Maybe it work it with the paper. No, it not work it with the paper. And even you are going to use too much paper, so don't have to be the paper. And so I have to be like to be fixed. You can get it fixed, but have to be. You can bring it in your backpack. This is the things, okay? If you cannot bring it in your backpack, it's not too important. I don't know it. What can we use it? To create the shape of the water. The only things is the vinylic rubber, the polycyclic rubber that we use it for the cookie. I think that will be the only solution. Or but it will take time. One thing that could be that maybe could be work, but I don't know it. But these things work it, and even it look like a little bit of ancestral. You know it. Is the not the honey. Maybe it's something of why not? The wax. The wax. Like the wax, like the beeswax. The beeswax. So like that you got your candle, no? You got your things that you got your wax, okay, in your packet. So these things can change shape. You take your wax. You got like your cube of wax with you. Then you put there is a plastic things. No, not plastic. Wax is the good one. You have to, and then a dishes and the wax. You put your dishes. You have to let it become warm the wash really faster. Like the top will be with the fire, okay? With the fire will be the top. But probably you will spend too much time, okay? Anyway, you got to get the fire. You are going to use a lot of fire and gas, so maybe not. But the wax could be really well because you can transform it and bring it with you. And if you break it, there is not a problem. You can create it again. Maybe with the wax and a wax and a dishes. But the thing is the same. The dish made like this. You can get it. So it have to be like a bag and too much bigger. I don't know. Okay, we will find it tomorrow. Okay, we will think about how to fix this tomorrow. For the moment, it's enough. We have really maybe discovered a new way to use our power, and so people. The things are start to becoming more day magic again. So as every day, welcome. See you tomorrow to another episode of Backpacker Refugees Last Extrema. How to change your inner power. Welcome.